hi, Dave Rossum.
Hi.
We're here again. It's NAMM
Right.
again, a year on from your return.
Exactly.
And I hope the year has been very kind to you.
It certainly has been a lot of fun, and we think we've got a lot done. Not as much as I would have liked to have, but that's because I always want to do everything.
But I mean, good things always take a good amount of time, right?
Yeah. The Control Forge, for example, we made the very conscious decision of delaying it because we wanted to fit all the features we thought people would really like into it, and that delayed the project a fair amount. But in the end, I know people are really happy with that module, and a lot of the stuff they're happy with is the stuff that we decided to add.
Oh, well, that's. I mean, it makes it all worthwhile, right?
Oh, absolutely. When we start hearing people making music with it, and how amazing that is, that's really what it's all about. So we love that.
Excellent. So you've got the satellite here, right?
Yeah. This is the first time I've really had a chance to play with satellite, and I got to play with a lot of them here. So my patch here, you can see the patch cords everywhere. It does a lot with satellite. What I'm doing, I'm building my patch with Control Forge here. So I use that for all the actual programming of the various things I'm going to do. Then all I do is take this little patch cord here, plug it into there, and I can then set up each one of these modules to receive a squirt of data from the Control Forge, and suddenly all of them know everything that guy does. I then bring the patch cord back to here, push the trigger button here, and now all of the satellites and the Morpheus are onto their own sequences, which are set up for the demo that we're doing here. And then I move it up to here, and now I've got a push button demo. I can just push buttons, and each one of these satellites knows what it's supposed to do at that point in the demo.
So how many satellites can you chain to one Control Forge?
Probably more than you could fit in a rack. I've got 4 of them here, and I'm sure you could do 8 or 9. There's probably some limit, but it's going to really be pretty extensive. You'll run out of money before you run out. So what I've got here, if I turn up the volume right now, you'll hear some white noise, and this was just the first step of my demo demonstrating the Morpheus flanger over here and how it works. And then here what I'm going to do is now switch over to automatically the cube flanger, and in the demo I would explain about the cube model for the Morpheus synth and how you've got the different frequency transforms at the various corners of the cube. And then I just press this button one more time, and that tells the satellites to take off. I've got them now programmed to 3 different LFOs, a 10 second, a 3 second, and 1 second, and they're now modulating all 3 of the controls on the cube flanger here, making some fairly interesting sound. The next thing I can do is just pop over here, and if everything worked right, we switched over to a 4-pole low-pass filter here, and I can press another button over here, fire off the ADSRs on this guy. Let's do that a couple of times. And each time I do this, I should be getting, and now I am, a different Q value on there. That's one of the satellites is serving as a random control voltage source here. And the other thing that you may notice is that now we are listening to a pitch tone. I'll turn it down. Instead of the noise source, this satellite here is operating as an analog switch. It's just selecting as its various control voltage inputs, the waveforms and noise source over here, and supplying that as audio input into the Morpheus. So it's not, the satellite isn't just about control voltage. It actually can be used as an audio switch as well, and also can be used as an audio oscillator in addition to an LFO and things like that.
Wow, that's excellent. So when are you hoping to have the satellite ready?
The satellite's been released to production already, so it's just a matter of when we can actually turn the production crank around. I think it's going to be about 2 months before they're in dealers, maybe a little less if all goes well.
So do you need a Control Forge to use a satellite?
You really pretty much do. If you want to do your own programming, you have to have a Control Forge. But if you want to do it, if you can get a friend with a Control Forge or If there become forums on the web where people are sharing their Control Forge patches, you could just download them into a satellite and away you go. Of course, I'd love you to buy a Control Forge and 4 or 5 satellites like I've got here, and then Morpheus to control with it. But you know, you really should have a Control Forge for a satellite.
Excellent. Well, and what was the price on?
The satellite is $299, just under $300.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time, Dave.
Well, you're welcome.